All right.
7.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
Are you good? Okay, I'm gonna look into the camera though.
All right. Hello.
Okay. Are you ready with the introduction?
With an introduction? I introduce myself, you don't introduce me?
No.
I'm on your show.
No, like, yes, but like your, what's it? Like a bio.
Like a bio. Fun.
Okay. Whew. Hi guys, how are you? It's Conversations with Kanyomozi. I did that like the wrap up, lol. But anyway, my name is Lisa Kanyomozi Ravwani, and I hope you're well. Have you subscribed? Like, are you just watching? Go back and do the subscribing thing. I have one of my friends here because guys, like, my friends are so amazing and I just have to show them to the entire whole world. I don't know why I can't actually call you your real name, like Esther. Like, never.
See,
like, I actually
it
call her
feels super formal. Yeah, it feels super formal. Actually, B. She's an alias right now. Yeah.
So this is Esther, AKA B.
AKA B.
That's how we're going to talk about
AKA
her.
B. Yes.
Babes, please introduce yourself.
Yes, I am B, also Esther. For those who want to use my government name, I'm Kampala B on Instagram and B on Twitter. So I am kind of a plus size content creator.
What are you saying, kind of? What's that?
Well, I've taken a break from the content creation.
Girl, that's
so
we reinvent ourselves and take our time.
yeah, but we keep the definition.
Yeah.
We keep the definition. I'm also in aviation. I work and maintain aircraft, so that's what I do professionally. I'm also a feminist. I'm also I want to say an advocate for fat liberation. And yeah, body positivity as a whole. Yeah.
I love it. I love to see it. So when B opened up her Instagram and we're just gonna like put like a screenshot of it, I was like, wow, what? Because first of all, B dresses. Like, if there's someone who has clothing in this world, it's me.
She's
B
exaggerating.
Am I? Guys, you'll see for yourself. So she dresses so fantastically, and I think the first fantastic, that's not a word, but the first conversation we had, like on our first date, was how you wanted to open up a store because you just felt like the options were so limited, and that was unnecessary.
Too limited.
That was unnecessary. But we're here to talk about friendship, like, and I'm gonna plug you guys to one of the podcasts I was listening to, The Messy In Between. It's by formerly known as Yummy Mommy, now Murunji, and guys, I've forgotten her co-host. Wow. But they're talking about friendship, and I felt like this is a conversation that we should have. How do you think you've gone through friendship?
How do I think I've grown? Definitely, I've become such a much better communicator. Like, I don't know why I used not to communicate as well. I think it just came from my own upbringing, but I had to unlearn a lot. I had to unlearn a lot and realize that I was not the great communicator I thought I was. Like, the gaps I thought I saw in my friends' communication to me, those were gaps within myself as well. I was like, now hold on, am I the problem? Am I the drama?
Am I the drama?
No, really. And I had to work on that. Because a lot of times I found myself like not expressing my feelings and like not discussing my needs not being met, or even then like not exactly being present for people, but thinking that you are being present with them just because you're like listening. Yeah, I realized that it's important to actually check in and evaluate, and that cannot happen if you don't communicate with someone like properly. You have to assess, you have to figure out, what is this friendship? What does friendship mean to both of us? What are both of our expectations as friends to each other? Like, it's not wrong. It's not expecting that the world owes you something, because of course there's this notion that no one owes you shit, no one owes you nothing, and that's not true. You actually owe your friends communication. You owe them your presence. You owe them a shoulder, like the same way you would require your community to hold you. And a lot of times you don't see the gaps within yourself. You just see how that's not showing up for you.
Yeah.
And I realized I was not actually putting that energy out there. So in the past few years, yes, the friends I've kept and the friends who have helped me move upwards in that journey, like, it's sweet. It is better. Like, there's no questioning where the other stands with each other. Like, even when there's a negative kind of communication, let's say an argument, like, still you already know that it's not going to be, I'm not going to go incommunicado for time. You will know that I will bring that to you and communicate that with you, and we'll discuss that and hash it out. And it won't be like, well, we will both keep quiet and hope that everyone forgets that something's wrong and just come back and act like nothing happened, because that is a theme. That is a theme. That is a very much African household theme. Like, very few things get talked about openly enough that everyone thinks it's okay to just keep quiet in the ambiguity and like, okay, 2 weeks have passed, I think we're cool.
Not like, let's cover it up and like,
you think time passing equals an issue being sorted out, which is false. Which is false. And honestly, I think friendship communication has also helped me, just like in general, like, I don't know, professionally as well, like just finding out how to communicate even with strangers, even acquaintances. Like, all that is just coming from my friendships. So I love that.
I love it for you. Guys, I keep telling people, the only reason I started like content creating is because I have so many intelligent conversations with my friends, and I feel like the whole world needs to hear them, because it just can't sit on our lunches. Like, it can't do that thing. So into like, what are we're gonna discuss 4 things.
Yeah.
4. We're gonna discuss 4 things we wish we knew about friendship, or we've learned about friendship over the time that we've existed with people and interacted with them. So I think my first one is literally bouncing off what you've just spoken about. I think for a long time I thought that because we are friends, we shouldn't argue. Like, we shouldn't like deal with issues. Like, we can't fight. Like, oh, we're friends. Whatever it is that you do wrong, it's not a thing. If I do something, it's not a thing. Like, let's keep it on eggshells. Let's keep it smooth. Friends don't argue. I think for a long time that's what I thought. But I'm happy that we unlearned it, because with relationships and interactions with people and whatnot, you're going to argue. There's going to be things you don't agree with, and that's fine.
Literally.
That doesn't mean the relationship should come to an end after you argue. It's just an argument. Yeah, that's what I learned.
I don't know why we thought that. That's a very unhealthy thought pattern. Like, why do you think one issue is like the end of it all?
Then you be taking your trash.
Who taught us that?
Okay, what's your one?
I want to say intimacy. Friendship intimacy. I didn't think that it was important. I was more reserving that for like relationships and, you know, other areas. But like, friendship intimacy is so important. Like, I need to hug my friends. I need to
shout out to Erica.
Yes, I need to dance on my friends. I need to just hold them the same way that I would hold, well, not the exact same way, but definitely the same way I'd hold someone that's my partner. Like, friendships deserve intimacy as well, because they're very important relationships in our lives that I think we don't give as much room as we give, and grace as we give like romantic relationships, which is so strange. It's so strange to me, and I've only recently started to learn that in the past few years. Like, why don't we do that? Yeah, why do you hold more grace for romantic partners? Why do you reserve all the intimacy, the hand holding, the just someone sometimes just needs to lean on your shoulder? Like, why was that always reserved for something romantic? Like, no, my friends are amazing people. Like, guys, like I'm here for it. I'm here for it. Like, when you're looking good, I want to, like, you know, touch your hair, let you know how good you look, touch your earrings. Like,
oh my God, guys, compliment your friends.
Exactly. And just give them such a heartfelt moment that, like, it doesn't have to be romantic, because romantic partnerships are not everything, and they're not always eternal. They're not as long lasting as some friendships will be.
That's facts.
Exactly. And you have to be you have to show your friends that you love them in more ways than one. It doesn't just have to be like, are we conversating? It can be physical touch too. Physical touch with friends is important. And I love that I have become more comfortable with that over time, because definitely it was a bit awkward for me. We're not very much huggers like at home. So it's like, y'all are doing too much. But no, it was just me thinking otherwise. Friendship intimacy has saved me so many times. And I love that.
I love it for you. Okay, now I can go hug her. Anyway, my second one is people play, like everyone has their role and their chapter in your life, and just because a friendship ends doesn't mean it should be like
Beef.
Yeah, I was trying not to use the word beef, but it shouldn't be beef. Like
animosity.
Like we can say hi, even if we were the closest people 2 years back, and now we can't even sit at lunch and have a conversation. It's okay, because we grow as people, but that doesn't mean there's bad blood instantly. Like, it's okay. Like, people play chapters and roles in your life, and then they move on, and that's fine, and that's great.
It's okay for like the season to come and pass. Like, doesn't mean that it's any less worthy. It doesn't mean that it meant less. Sometimes you just mean different things to each other at a different stage.
Yeah.
And that's completely okay.
It's okay. So right, it's actually fine, guys. So how was your second one?
I think my second one would be involvement in like their personal affairs. Okay, not affairs, but like businesses. Yeah. And even like their personal lives, like taking an interest in their personal lives, in like if they have like a romantic life that's going on, a business life that's going on, like taking an interest and showing that involvement, like that's important to a healthy friendship. You know, like you can't just be there like you don't know how your friend makes money. You don't know that your friend's feeling lonely. It's healthy for you to be involved and know that, okay, my friend has, say, been talking about how she needs like a romantic partnership, how she's seeking out like a partner, how she's looking to start a new venture, she needs some income. You know, who can you connect them to? You can't be helpful if you're not involved. And for me, finding out that I was not as involved as I thought I was a bit of a shock. I was like, I really don't know people. I thought I knew, but I don't. And that also came from me thinking that anyone knew me, but I was actually just presenting a certain version of, and everyone kind of had their own picture. Yeah. So no one really knew how to involve themselves. And showing them my truth allowed them to be involved with me as well. So I love to know, like, what is your sister doing? Are they in school? What are they doing? Where are they now? How about your brother? Are they okay? Did they recover? Like, did your cousin get married? Like, share that. Like, it's okay. You don't have to it doesn't mean that you can't. It doesn't mean you're nosy. It doesn't mean... But
no, you're actually friending.
You're just friending. You're literally just friending on the bare minimum, on the floor. You're just friending. And I think it's beautiful because it gives you a broader picture of the person that you know. Yeah. You're like, oh my God, I didn't know like this was the kind of family, or it just makes the relationship closer a bit. And I recommend that. I do recommend that. Ask your friends what's going on. Ask them where they need to be met. Be involved. If you can't, just listen. You know, you don't have to have the funds. You don't have to have the solutions to their family drama, but listen and be involved. Yeah. Follow up. Say, did everything work out with you and your mom? Someone just knows. Someone just knows that, okay, I have a support system. I have someone I can lean on.
And who cares? And who will actually listen to me. Okay, I like that. And then I think I would also bounce off that for my third one would be, guys, give your friends undivided time. So I realized that something that I do, something that I did, I don't do it anymore, I hope, was, I'll do these lunches and, you know, and I think I've stopped going out with my friends as much now because of that. Like, I would be together, but I wouldn't be present. Like, I'm working or I'm doing something else. So now it's a situation of, if we're linking up, I have nothing on my schedule apart from spending time with you in the moment. If I can't do that, I will communicate, I really want to link up with you, but I have so much work. Do you mind if I'm working while we're chilling? or I don't think it can
Yeah.
arrange with my schedule versus being there and not being present. Shout out to Tracy for calling me up.
Are you present or presenting
Presenting
presence? Okay.
I like that.
And you know what? Just while we're on that, literally quality time, like, don't call people when we're linking. Like, I show up and it's like, oh, John is joining us.
Yeah. I don't
Who's
like
John?
that.
This is our
I
quality
people like to
time.
do that in Kampala. Like we're chilling, and then now it's a whole party.
Now
like,
it's a whole party. Like, I need quality time. If I don't, I need to know you one on one. I need to spend time with you one on one.
Just talk about past things
Exactly,
that are passing.
and
we're not gonna have
that
proper
stuff becomes
conversation.
super superficial. Like when you find yourself going from a one-on-one interaction to, let's say, 5 friends join you, you cannot get into the intimate. You can't. Everything becomes like a superficial conversation, and it's like, well, there goes our quality time. Like,
It's not it.
I guess we'll have a phone call or a voice note, and
But like,
you know, you can always. I love a group hangout. I
Mm.
love a group hang. But if you have made it clear from the start, let it be that.
Yeah.
Don't make quality time with me 2 days ahead, and it's like on the day of at like 1 p.m. while I'm on the way to. So actually, 4 people will be joining us. Now hold on.
First of all,
No.
I didn't even come mentally prepared to talk to 4 people, so please don't
Thank
do that.
you.
Please
Like,
don't do
that's
that.
shell shocking. That's not nice. My other thing would be, I guess, honesty. With being honest, like, I mean, honesty is something that it's pretty much bare minimum for like human interaction.
Yeah.
Yes, but it's important to know like what version of you that your friends are seeing.
Yeah.
And if that's not an honest version of you, then you have to ask yourself why. You have to ask yourself why you're not your honest self with your friends. Why you feel the need to present. Why you feel the need to take on a role, like, let's say, be the mother of the group, or be the fixer, or be the, I don't know, the hot mess of the group. Like, you don't have to be that if that's not you, honestly. Like, you don't have to be a fixer in the group. You can be a normal friend.
Yeah.
Like, you don't have to
play a role.
you don't have to play a role, like fit into a box to think that, okay, if I'm more helpful to ABCDE people, they'll accept me more. Like, if that's not you truly, then why are you doing that?
Yeah.
Why are you doing that? Don't be doing up Mother Teresa when that's not who you are. You'll find people that don't require your endless help, and those will be your friends who naturally you rely on yourselves, you rely on each other for normal friend things, you know. And if you fall into a role and you build like a family around that role, I feel like that's super draining. I feel like that's super draining. Like, I don't know how long you can keep that up. What happens when you can't help? Do you feel like you don't deserve their friendship?
Yeah.
You know, like, ask yourself those questions. And it has to go back to, am I being honest? Are they seeing me, or are they seeing what I want them to see? Like, you have to be honest, because your friends are the family you choose. Literally, that's who they are. They're that important. At least my friends are. Like, if they're not that, like, you're an acquaintance, listen. But if you're a friend, like, you're a family I've chosen. And I want you to see me. So it's important to be honest. And I'm working on that still. I am working on that still.
I like that. I think my final one would be like it bounced off, I think, the first point, but sometimes you need time away from people, and when your friends take that time away, it can be 6 months, it can be a year, you can always come back. Like, there's always grace for, like, exercise grace for coming back. It's fine to say, you know what, like, I'm going through this growth thing, and like you're not aligning with it right now, and then maybe 6 months from now we are aligning. That doesn't mean we threw the friendship completely out of the box. That doesn't mean like we're not at each other's people anymore. We can rekindle. Friendships can be rekindled. That's what
That's true.
Friendships
That
can
is
be
very
rekindled.
true. I've had some rekindled friendships, and they're beautiful. So
Like,
I love a rekindle.
What's your final one, Mama?
I want to say kindness.
Yeah.
Kindness, and you've already said grace, but yes, it's important, because sometimes I've noticed a lot of people hold more grace and give and show more grace to like romantic partners or family members, but the minute your friend does something, it's like, you're cancelled, you're out of my life. Like, You have to show them that same kindness you'd love to be shown when you make a mistake.
Yeah.
When
Your friends are human.
they're human too. They're human too. It's not just a family that's human. It's like, okay, I can forgive my sister for A, B, C, D, E,
But I
F,
can't
G.
forget a
You can't
friend.
forgive a friend
Cancel
for A.
X,
You know, talk about
Yeah.
it like talk about it with kindness.
Yeah.
That's what's important. Like, and I also didn't realize that that's something that I either knew how to do or was working on doing until a friend of mine told me, girl, you really correct people with kindness. And I didn't know that I was doing that. But it's important to, like, even when things are not the way you expect them to be, like, that's your friend. Talk to them the way you would your sister. So, like, don't go like full scale blow up on them, like, you did this. Talk to them like your sister. Talk to them kindly and say, hey, look at this. This is what was expected, but this is not what happened. Is there anything that could have caused this on your end? What do you think about that? What do you think about how this situation panned out? Like, you made me feel this way. Is there something that was causing you to act that way, or is this something that we should apologize about and, like, move on from?
Yeah.
You know, if there's a case, you never know. Your friends literally be going through huge life shit that sometimes they don't share.
Yeah.
So sometimes a reaction that they present to you in a situation is not that. It's not about you exactly. So you have to remember to be kind with them. You have to remember to be kind with them. Like, I love you and you've hurt my feelings, but how do we deal with this?
And work through it.
Without just cancelling the thing and, you know, don't save grace for your family and romantic partners. Like, that's not.
Yeah, it goes.
Your friends deserve the same grace.
Full circle. Yep, guys. I told you guys my friends are clever. Anyway, thank you so much, my love, for your time.
Of course.
Guys, comment and let me know what other conversations you'd like for us to have. Also, if you like any of my friends and you've seen me post them and you want them on the page, please let me know. At the end of the page, on the channel. Please do let me know. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.
Bottom left corner.
And follow us on Conversations with Kenya Mosey on Instagram. Bye bye.